You see that? That's what you call through the golf ball. We're going to show you the non-negotiables that are going to allow you to understand why you're early extending at the ball instead of collecting the ball from where it is and releasing it out and through into the direction that you want to start it. So when you're through the ball versus at the ball, that's 30 yards right there for you. So we don't want to miss this show. Stay with us. So let's start with, what are the things that are preventing you from getting through the ball? What does through the ball mean anyways? So let's say I had a machete in my hands and I was just about to slash through the tripod of this camera. So the beginning of the cut would be there. So notice how my elbow leads the hand leads the beginning of the blade, and the blade gets caught up by the tip of the blade over here. Then the tip of the blade releases and catches up with the hand. So the fastest point of the swing is out here, not down here where the golf ball is. So we can talk about that all we want as engineers. Bottom line is, if you're getting ready to go at the ball, you're releasing here, spending all the energy over here, and then you don't have anything left to compress through the ball with. Versus collecting here, what people don't understand is about the golf ball is going to compress against the face of the club. And it's going to stay along the face for a little while, then release from it. So it is actually the same thing. If you want an expanded version of that, is hockey. So if you had a wrist shot, you're collecting the puck from over here, you're releasing the puck out there. If you're playing baseball, you're waiting for the pitch coming, you're going to commit to it. The beginning right here, that's where the ball meets the bat, the ball comes off the bat, and then there's that beautiful release out there into the field. So if you're looking down at the ball and you're saying, I got to make sure I hit the ball, well, your target is non-existent, and already you're going to be extending early at the ball. So A, we want to have our focus down there in what we call a flight plan. So I'm planning to start the ball in a specific direction, and I want it to curve back to a specific destination. So I got a flight plan. Then I'm going to use an intermediate point right here in front of the ball. I'm using this little green tee, something that's very easy for me to see. Could be a divot right there. You don't want it more than about a foot in front of the ball. So just so I don't keep sweeping away my items from in front of the ball, I'm going to put it out here. Now that I have a flight plan, when I'm looking down here at the ball, my mind and my attention is on this side of the ball. So I'm getting ready to collect the ball from here and release it out there. Now, distance between you and the golf ball is massively critical. Now stay with us, because you're going to notice that the distance between you and the ball changes drastically depending upon your focus. Don't go away. A, if I'm releasing out there, peak speed is out there, you're going to notice my trail arm coming through impact is still beautifully flexed, and my knees are still flexed. So I'm collecting from here, and then I'm releasing both legs and arms out there towards my target. So let's say I'm going to take some grass from over here, send the grass clippings out there. So notice where the club is passing when I do that. Right there. Now, I go to the ball, and then my brain says, don't miss the ball. Watch what happens. Ho! Look at this. Now I'm all the way out there. So if I take that and I say, well, I'm going to send some grass clippings in the direction of the target, well, now watch what happens. Now I've got the ball exactly where it needs to be. Somebody's having a good time over there. So I'm going left edge of that intermediate point. I see where the grass needs to be clipped. Bring that in. Now I'm in a great position. So my mind is on this side of the ball. I'm going to take grass clippings from there. I'm going to whip them right over that intermediate point with some nice momentum. Here we go. And wow, what a shot right over that blue post, right there. Just gorgeous, gorgeous draw. So watch coming through impact in slow motion how that trail arm is still bent and releasing all the way through the ball. Now here's the kicker. If your grip club relationship is not closed enough, not strong enough, you will never be able to make it out there, and you will perpetually be doomed to release at the ball and early extend. So see my club face right now? If I close at 45 degrees, now I'm going to go into my baseball swing. So here comes the ball. Hands come through first, then the bat. Look at my club face now. Not so closed anymore, is it? So if I start with a neutral grip, square face, and then I do the same thing, look at how open that is. So now I can try and bow my wrist, but it's still not enough. That's as far as I can go with my wrists. So now I'm going to have to use some body English. Now my head has been dislodged, and I am now in front of the ball. Since I'm now in front of the ball is now too far back in my stance, and I'm going to have to early extend to not miss the ball. So you're not defective. If your grip club relationship is not strong enough, you can't go out there. If your focus is not out there, you can't go out there. The distance between you and the ball, if you're too far from the ball because you're getting ready to hit at the ball, this is, I'm getting ready to hit at the ball. I can no longer extend out there. I have to extend fully there, that's early extension, in order to not miss the ball. But if I'm swinging through the ball, it's going to be here, collect the ball from here, and release the ball out there. Changes the game entirely. So to finish things off, I'm going to show you a little trick about the release of this club. Because if you're placing the ball in that direction and the ball keeps peeling off to the right, you're going to feel the need to release early. If you understand how to release, then you're going to be able to let it go and you'll release through the ball once again. Stay with us. Now, before we finish this segment, understand that we have an unbelievable program to help you out with this. You go to wisdomingolfpremium.com. You're going to check out our PAR program, which gives you access to my full library of videos, my life's work. It's only $10 a month. Now, if you need some extra help, we have an unbelievable learning program, one-on-one online. My Mondays and Fridays are dedicated days every week for online lessons, and we've been doing this for now 3 years, and we still have students that have been with us since day one. They're leaps and bounds improving in their golf swings and in their golf games, and then we're moving from, hey, this is how you release through versus release at. Hey, this is how you do it with a fairway wood, and this is how you do bunker shots and chip shots and all that stuff, and hey, when you're out on the golf course, this is how you want to be thinking. So now many of them, we're on the golf course, we're shooting low 70s, we're threatening the club championship. So please get on wisdomingolfpremium.com and check out the programs that we have. You really won't be disappointed, all right? So here's a huge series that we have on our premium channel called the Release Series. So you'll notice when we talked about that sword before, if you take your club and turn it upside down and hold it right there, give it a good slash. Notice the weight of the club is going to release that anatomy of yours. If I had a bamboo shoot above my head and I was going through that bamboo shoot towards you, notice that pronated release? This is exactly what you'll see in tennis. You watch Pete Sampras pronated release and you will see an unbelievable movement that looks exactly like that. So you take that release and you turn it upside down, and then we have this. And you notice you're going to feel that's the weight of the club releasing you. It's not your job to turn the club over. Now, if you put the left hand right on top, you're going to go see the video is called Important Release Update. And I'm getting ready to cut my bamboo shoot. See that? Notice my grip, very closed. Then I get behind the ball. Notice it looks like a strong grip with a square face. Well, there's my action slashing through the bamboo. So if I'm going to, go down and just peel some bark off the bamboo, it's going to look like this. But if I want to cut through it, it's going to look like this. So notice how my lead hand's more on top, my trail hand's more underneath. Now when I cut through, watch what my lead hand has to do. It's got to yield. It's got to turn out of the way to allow that blade to release. So once you got that, you got your picture, we're going that way. All I want to do is feel the weight of my sword release me in that direction. So here we go. Feel the weight of it. And let the weight of the sword release you. How cool was that? So if you watch in slow motion, the club releases here. See that? Collect, release. So you got to understand that feel of that release to allow that to happen. Last but not least, and you'll need to go to the premium channel for that, you need to know how to put the ball in the way of that. You noticed I gave you distance to ball. That's a big one. I gave you grip-club relationship. That's the other big one. The other two are ball position. If the ball position doesn't match, you got to go after the ball or reach back if the ball's too far forward or too far back. Now you're having to make compensations for that, and your levels. Okay? So stick with us. This is the truest way to learn and perform in golf, and we can't wait to see you next week.